In any other Roblox car game, it would feel pretty much the same. Buy a car, upgrade it, own your favorite cars, and be the best. They all have the same aspect and goal to them. But there is one game that only follows one of those similarities. It's a game many people, including me, have talked about, but I feel that it hasn't received enough recognition or attention. The game I'm talking about is Tiny Wheels. It is the one game that doesn't follow most of the same aspects that other games have. But here's the thing. You won't play this game, and you are completely missing out. If you just want an idea on how much you're missing out, I have probably brought this game up in a video about 2 or 3 times, and I've probably played this game more than I have on Driving Empire recently. But if this game is fun, then why do I say you won't play it? Obviously you want to play a fun game, so why would you not play this? Well, let me first get into what the game is, and why it even exists. So, we will start about 6 years ago in 2019, which is where development on Tiny Wheels started. This game was going to be something completely different than any other Roblox car game on the platform. This game was going to be inspired by games such as Trackmania, Mario Kart, Ridge Racer, and older Roblox car games such as, get ready for this, Checkpoint Racing Unleashed. The game would go on to release in July 2020, which at the time contained one car, which was a Mini Cooper S rally car, and still contained each track and mechanics that is still currently in the game today. At first, this game was just a side project, as the owner, whose name is Matthias, didn't expect the game to get popular. But since the game did get big from promotion by a guy on TikTok named Copyrend, he took the game more seriously and put more content and work into it. So that's how Tiny Wheels became a thing and why it's popular now. So now let's talk about what Tiny Wheels actually is. What does the game have to offer and what's the gameplay like? Well, when I say it's simple, I mean it's really simple. When you load into the game, you are brought to the menu screen to pick any car style out of the 7 you like. Now you may have realized I said car style. Well, that's because the performance doesn't matter because they all have the same stats and performance. There is no better car and no advantage. There's no grinding to be done. The only thing that matters in this game is skill. Now in the races itself, they are all randomly generated unique tracks that have obstacles that you have to dodge, such as stacks of tires, cones, big ramps that could slow you down or possibly even throw you out of the track, roadblocks, and dirt bumps. And now for the chassis, which is, again, very simple. But if you're used to games like Driving Empire, then this may take a little tiny bit to get used to. It shouldn't take you long, like I got used to it very quickly in like 5 to 10 minutes, but some people will be different. Also, when you turn, instead of turning normally like a normal car, you actually drift, which just feels like much nicer for some reason. But yeah, it's a pretty simple chassis and shouldn't take you super long to get used to. Now, as this is a simple game, expect everything else to be simple as well. Car models, scenery, lighting, track models, everything is all very simple, which you know what that means. Anyone should be able to play on full graphics, which is exactly what you want if you're trying to expand your audience. Now, normally this would be the section where I talk about the game's flaws, but I'm going to be honest, for the little while I've played and known this game for, I have not experienced or seen any flaws in this game. Everything runs smoothly. There's not really anything wrong. Great job, devs. Great job. Tiny Wheels is very simple, and that's partly why nobody plays it. I know I always say this, but it's the unfortunate truth. But people don't play games like this because they're not detailed. And detail is all the appeal at this point. But with Tiny Wheels, that was never the goal. Matthias was wanting to make a game that was fun. This game shows that you don't need super detailed scenery, super detailed graphics, super accurate sounding cars, or anything of the such. It's easy, it's simple, and it's fun. And all I gotta say is that it does that very well. But because it's a classic, low poly styled game, you won't play it. Which is why only around 300 people do play it. Which that is not a bad thing. 300 players is a good amount because, I mean bro, let's say you get 300 players. But what I'm trying to say is that it's more underrated than it deserves to be. It's super fun and chill, and there's a reason why so many people try to point you in the direction of it. So please, if you haven't yet, go try Tiny Wheels. If you don't like it, then that's completely okay. It's just not your type of game, and I get it. But just give it a try. Try to get used to it and enjoy it. And finally, to sum it all up, Tiny Wheels is the best Roblox car game that you just won't play. Simply because it's simple.